And I forgot my egg basket this morning, but got this morning's breakfast. Good morning, little babies. That's Soda Pop. You got Kit and Cat. You got Big Mama here, Giggles. Luna, Thick Mama. And I believe it's day 61 of prep. Officially starting week 4. Here, about to feed these wild beasts. And I really need to get going on this fence I'm building so I can get these guys out of here. They don't need to be all locked up in here, but it's only temporary. They're going to be running wild pretty soon. All right, guys, get up. Get out. Come on, get out. You too, Soda Pop. Come on, guys. Out. And that's 60 days out to be exact. Week 4, day 1, heavy push day, some close grip, 2-board bench press. Considering I failed my second of 6 sets on the previous week, I'm hoping to redeem myself here and move this weight with some conviction and get through all 6 sets convincingly. Given that I'm now no longer doing full range of motion and I'm going 2-board, and I am only adding 5 pounds to the previous week, so we are getting heavier, loading the upper end of the bench where I seem to need the most work. And with no further ado, let's get into it. And that being the last straight weight set for my warm-ups before moving to the 2-board. Day 1 of week 4, we are now moving to the 6x2 using the 2-board block, which will ideally help me build the top end of my bench, which is where I've been struggling the most. So now I have my first warm-up with the 2-board, which will be the only warm-up before hitting our top set. For those unfamiliar what a board press is, you can imagine if you had a 2x4 board on your chest, and a 2-board would be 2 2x4s on your chest. I don't have anybody to hold them there for me as I train alone in this shed. I use this bench block where the thicknesses of each one of those are predetermined by these slots. So I stick the bar in this section here, being the 2-board. A 1-board is about 1.5 inches thick, 2-board 3 inches, 3-board 4.5. You get the idea. So for me, about 2 boards off the chest is generally where my sticking point is. So by overloading this area and reducing the range of motion, I am building up the area where I'm weakest, allowing me to progress in the area that I need the most work. And I still get my reps in for my full range of motion on my normal competition bench day. So we are jumping into our first board press of the day, being the final warm-up at 365, and then we're going to move to our working sets for 6 sets of 2, as I've been doing for many months now, building those up over time and just getting stronger in the ranges that I need the most work in. And we will be continuing to do this mid grip. I've outlined in a previous video, but for those who have missed it, my normal competition grip is pinky on the rings. For me, the mid grip would be the middle of the knurling, where close grip is generally considered the pointer finger on the knurling. Comp grip for me, pinky ring. So the middle of that is my mid grip position. Not really close grip, but closer to make the range of motion a little longer and a little bit harder. Again, overloading my triceps to build the area that I am weakest. Last warm-up went great, 410 loaded, 5 pounds heavier than the previous week. Just trying to keep the progressive load moving. And now we're going to see if I can keep the same bar speed from the first set to the 6th set. now that I've gotten through the heavy specific work, I can get into the work where I believe the strength is really built. Everything after your specific strength movements, the stuff that actually puts meat on your body here. And this up 5 pounds from the previous week using basic progressive overloading. This again will be a PR, assuming I get all 6 reps for both sets. And getting through the 6x2 pretty convincingly. Bar speed did not slow. I will be adding 10 pounds to that set going for next week. So now I just have to make this even more convincing and keep overloading and progressing. What's up, Soda Pop? Kit and Cat. Some chicken butt over there. Goat's fine. She's fine, aren't you?
Of course.
You're fine,
so
Soda Pop.
amazing. She doesn't like me.
Goat's in the shed. Goat's in the shed. And with tomorrow being my heavy deadlift day, I'm gonna skip my shrugs and save my upper back for the heaviest pull that I've done in quite a while for a top single tomorrow. Every set was hit with weight left on the table, which means everything gets heavier next week, and I will continue to do so until about 6 weeks out, where then some of the movements will change, some of them will go away, as we're starting to get into a more specific time frame at 6 weeks out. Until then, I'm going to progressively overload everything I am now, just as I've done for the previous weeks, proving strength over time is there. And now we're getting into the more serious part of prep, where things need to become a bit more specific. I will be pulling back some volume. I will be removing exercises altogether. I'm already pretty low volume with mostly just 2 sets. Some of those will become 1 set, not yet. But stick around, you will see how I build my peak, increase weight, reduce volume and overall load until I can hit peak strength in a 12-week format.